What's up, guys? We're in here with some Magic the Gathering Arena. So if you caught the Game Awards, there was a lot of Magic the Gathering related announcements there, including a limited time event that's happening in Arena where we're going to get to play with some cards from the upcoming set Theros Beyond Death. So there's two pre-con decks here, Elspeth and Ashiok. And so some of the cards in here are going to be from the new set. So obviously, like Elspeth herself, wherever she is in here, right here. She's an upcoming card from the set, and there's some various other ones as well. But there's also some cards from throughout Magic's history, some kind of notorious or well-known cards that aren't from recent sets that did make their way into these decks. So we got the two-color swords. How sick is that? We got the Soul Ring, Mind Stone, even, guys, even Black Lotus, the most expensive and powerful card in Magic's history, and some of the mocks. A lot of cool stuff going on in here, and the Ashiok deck's pretty cool too. We got Ashiok, upcoming Planeswalker from the new set, mocks, two moxes, Black Lotus. We even have like Ancestral Recall, another member of the Power 9, the 9 most powerful Magic cards. So anyway, these decks are kind of cool. They're a little bit disorganized. They don't necessarily have like a cohesive theme to them, but they have some cool cards in them. I've already played my 3 wins and got my upcoming packs for Theros, but that's fine. We're just going to play and try to get some good games going with these decks so you guys can see what they're all about. We're starting out with white. The queue time for white is really short because it seems like most people are playing the Ashiok deck, but I think this deck's really fun, so let's go with it. This hand looks kind of junky. Only 2 lands and one of them's colorless. So there's a decent chance we won't be able to play Benalia on 3. But, I mean, we can scry with the Charming Prince to try to get a white land, and then we can do it, and then we'll be off to the races. So I think this seems good enough. Pretty good curve. So the white deck is a little bit more of an aggro deck. We got some cheap creatures. We got some buffs for the team. Harmonious Archon is a pretty funny card. Turn all your creatures into 3/3s. So hopefully we'll be able to get that going and defeat this guy playing Ashiok. We also get to take a look at the new avatars that are coming. Elspeth and Ashiok, of course, seem to be kind of the 2 main characters of this upcoming set. And some cool new sleeves. So that's neat. There's a lot of cool stuff going on here. So I guess we'll swing away here. And then we are going to hope that we can put a plains on top. Scry 2. There's a plains. Now, do we want Venerable Knight? So we'll do like turn 3, Benalia. Turn 4, Knight plus Ardenvale. That seems weak to me. I think we kind of want to chuck it and either get another good 3-drop or maybe another land. So let's go with that, but I'm feeling like we're in pretty good shape. So the Ashiok deck does run some counter spells from what I've seen, but not that many. It has Quench. It has a couple 3-mana counter spells. But generally, that's not really what I'm worried about against this deck. I'm more worried about, you know, them stealing stuff with stuff like Thief of Sanity. Or maybe playing one of the swords. I assume his deck has the swords. I don't actually know. Anyway, no point in attacking because he can just block either one with the Omen Speaker. So I think we'll just play Benalia. And pass turn. No attacks. Let's see what he's got. I would definitely be down with him leaving the mana open for a counter here, because then eventually he'll just get run over by Benalia. And it looks like that's what's going to happen. This is pretty good. I kind of do want to play Shelter here. The reason being I want to draw a card and try to get a land. So what I could do is attack in with everything, and he's going to block the Dauntless Bodyguard. Or I could do it now. Is there any point in playing this now? I don't feel like it. Maybe he just won't block because he's scared. Then I'm better off holding on to it. So I'll just go ahead and attack all. And then if he makes the block, I'll cast Shelter. So protection is not that common of a mechanic these days, but you still do see it sometimes. It prevents all kinds of stuff, like he can't target it with blue things. I won't take combat damage from blue things, so we did not get another land, but we did get another new exciting card, Daxos, Blessed by the Sun. Big fan of this card. Toughness is equal to your devotion to white. If you don't know devotion, it's basically how many of these little symbols you have out on the board, these mana cost symbols. So this costs 1 and a white, so that counts as 1 devotion to white. That counts as 1. This counts as 2 because it's got 2 little white symbols. So I have 4 devotion to white right now, and if I played Daxos, I would have 6, which means his toughness would be 6. He'd be a 2/6 for 2, which is really strong. Plus, it's got this other clause. Whenever another creature you control enters the battlefield or dies, you gain 1 life. So that's not that impactful, but it's still pretty good. Anyway, I'll stop wasting this guy's time now. Get the damage in while we can. If we get to late game, his deck definitely has an advantage. Oh, wow. He didn't go for like a surprise block or anything. I guess that makes sense. But I feel like it's a mistake to do this on my turn because I'm going to untap this. Maybe these are like some kind of uncommon cards. Like Merfolk Trickster is not in standard anymore, so he probably just doesn't have these sort of play patterns for these down yet. Alright, so I think it makes sense to use Ardenvale Tactician to tap down the Death Toucher and the 2/2. That way he has absolutely no good blocks. I wish we could draw more lands, but I have a feeling we might win this anyway because we have some pretty ridiculous aggression going here. Swing away, boys. You gotta block something or you're dead. Okay, nice. He's taking the sacrificial play there. But he might just be dead next turn too, especially if we can draw land and play Sarah's Wings. It's basically over. Mox Jet. In case you don't know about the Moxes, there's one for each color. The 0 mana artifact that adds 1 color of that mana, and they are insanely strong. Because essentially it's like letting yourself play 2 lands in 1 turn, which is already really good, plus the fact that you get some synergy, like with anything that triggers off of playing artifacts. There's a lot of cards like that, so it's pretty nuts. This, I believe, is a new card. I think that, yeah, this is from the upcoming Theros set. I like this card a decent amount, maybe not for Constructed, but for Limited it's good. Enchanted Creature has, at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice a creature. So what's cool about this is you can make the opponent make some kind of hard decisions. If they have like 1 good creature and a bunch of junky creatures, you put this on the good creature, and then they have to decide, do I sack the good creature so the enchantment goes away? Or do I just sack crappy creatures every turn? Because as you're going to see here, until this enchantment goes away, I'm going to have to sack a creature every single turn. So I'm probably going to get rid of this knight just to prevent any sacrificing in the future. Seems like the clear play here. We did get a land, but it's going to come in tapped, which kind of sucks. I think playing the flyer is the best play here. I could do Ancestral Blade and equip it to this to make his trades bad. Maybe that does make more sense, because this only costs 1 to equip, right? So we'll have a 2/2, a 3/2, and a 2/2, which means he has to double block, and he has no good trades really. And then we're left with a 1/1 and something else. Looks like he's getting a little bit mana screwed too, actually. Yeah, I think this makes more sense. This is just a little bit more of an aggressive play. If I play the Tactician, well, I guess I could just play the Tactician and swing. That's fine too, right? It's still bad trades. Oh, except then he gets Afterlife 1, but he'd be getting that either way. I actually think this is a little bit better. It spends my mana better, which is, you know, generally safer. And a 2/3 flyer is nice. Okay, so all this happens. I can't use the Dauntless Bodyguard's effect, the sacrifice effect, to give something indestructible, because you basically have to target something when he enters the battlefield, and I played him on turn 1, so that's not going to happen. Okay, so make sure we get that tapped land out. So provided that nothing bad happens here, I think we have this in the bag. He is up to 5 mana, which is a little bit scary. Massacre Girl! I would consider that something bad happening. That is going to clear the board. Yeah, definitely nothing I can do here. Well, that's not great. I think the play is probably Blade and Daxos, and then we try to Tribunal the next turn to get in for lethal. Make sure I do it in this order so that I don't get screwed up by the auto tapper. Okay, he's in a really tough spot still. Massacre Girl was a good card for him, but he still really needs to pull a rabbit out of a hat here. Sanity's not going to do it, so I'll just Tribunal the Massacre Girl, and then GG. He does have one black up, so maybe he has something here, but I don't think that's going to help. Get her out of here. There we go, boys! Starting off with a win. So we didn't get any of our really broken cards. We didn't get our Mox or our Black Lotus or Sword of Fire and Ice. Nothing like that. But I think that we got a pretty good demonstration of what this deck is playable, or is capable of doing. We're going to try the Ashiok deck. It's going to take probably a while for me to queue, so I'll cut that out. Because most people are playing this deck, it seems like. But we're going to give this one a shot and see if we can get anything really busted going. Let's give it a shot here. Alright, after not too bad of a wait, it only took like a minute and a half or so. We're in game here. So, whoa, we just have like a regular dual land? I didn't even see that these were in the deck, so... again, if you're not that experienced with Magic, basically most dual lands are like this, where they have some kind of downside. So basically, these are your basic lands. They tap for only one color. These are the dual lands. And these days, Wizards always gives them some kind of downside. In this case, you have to pay 2 life if you want it to come in untapped. But these original dual lands from the original Magic sets have no downside. They're just strictly better than an island or a swamp, because they're both in one with no downside. I mean, only possible downside is that there's some cards that are like, get a basic land from your library, and this is not basic. But anyway, that don't matter. We've also got Memory Drain. Looks like this is from the upcoming set as well. It's got the little mask logo. 4 mana, counter target spell, draw, or a scry 2. That is a little bit junky, but it might come in handy. We've got a turn 1 Sailor, turn 2 Order of Midnight. Seems strong to me, so I think we're going to keep this. The question is, do we reveal our Underground Sea on turn 1? Or do we keep him guessing a little bit? I guess actually, in a way, this is the more optimal play, because I'm going to flash this in, and he doesn't know if I'm going to flash in something black or blue. So it probably doesn't matter, but I think this is the slightly better play here. But there could be arguments either way. Mind Stone, this is a cool card. This makes its way into a lot of Commander decks. Commander's the main format I play these days, so I'm used to seeing Mind Stone a lot. Lets you ramp up a little bit, and then later in the game, when you have kind of a surplus of mana, you can sacrifice it to draw cards. So that's cool. Flash in the Spectral Sailor. Yar Matey. We're getting mega flooded here, so that's not great. Question is, do we want to play for the long game? In which case, we'll just play this tapped and not play anything on turn 2. Or do we want to be a little bit more aggressive and play the 2/2 flyer? I think the 2/2 flyer makes sense. I think that's what I'm going to go for here. Just get him in here. Not too shabby. Let's see what this guy's got. Sword. Sword of Fire and Ice. So if you don't know about these swords, there's a bunch of them for different combinations of colors, and they're all generally pretty strong. So he can equip this for 2. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has protection from red and blue. So that's pretty crazy. Protection from 2 colors already is really good. And on top of that, whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, Sword of Fire and Ice deals 2 damage to any target, and you draw a card. So it's kind of like, this is a blue and red sword. It gives protection from blue and red. And what does blue do? It draws a card. What does red do? It deals some damage. A little bit of a shock. So a very thematic and powerful card. Hero's Downfall seems good. This is another kind of classic card that sees a lot of play. So I think we'll play Swamp to keep that open. Swing in. And then maybe on his turn, We can kill something with this. I would like to see this card reprinted. I think that would be great. It's basically an upgraded Murder. Murder gets reprinted a lot, and it's exactly the same as this card, except it doesn't have the or Planeswalker thing. But Planeswalkers are everywhere right now, and they're so powerful that I would really love to see this card get reprinted in Theros Beyond Death. So, looks like this guy's playing an enchantment. He's if he ever plays a creature, it's going to get really strong. He'll equip the sword to it, and it'll get +1/+1. So if he ever ends up with a creature in his hand, I'm in rough shape. Speaking of rough shape, boy, are we ever drawing a lot of lands here. But we do have this Memory Drain. I think we'll leave that open rather than playing Revenge of Ravens. Revenge of Ravens is a great card against this white deck because they have a lot of little creatures, so you end up, you know, gaining a lot of life, making them lose a lot of life. But he doesn't have any creatures, so this doesn't really matter. So we'll hold on to Memory Drain. If he plays something big, we'll counter it. Maybe if he plays something small, we might just kill it with Hero's Downfall. Oh, that's something big. That is something big. This is going to hurt him a lot. And then we got another counterspell on top. I think that makes a lot of sense. Eidolon is really good here. Another card from Theros. 7 mana, sacrifice it to draw 3 cards. So we got what here? We got 4, 5, 6. We're going to be at 7 before too long. So I think that it makes sense. The question is, do we want to draw that first? Because next turn we're going to have 5. So then we can play Ravens and this. I think that makes sense. Okay. Swing it. Man, we are really giving this guy the business. I feel kind of bad. I feel like he's just drawing all this stuff, but can't draw any creatures. Unfortunately for him. But if he has something big to play, now's the time. I'm all tapped out. No counters open. You know this. Let's see what he's got. 6 mana open. Alright, Knight of Grace. That's good. Equipping that with a sword is pretty strong until I Hero's Downfall it. This is a fun card from Dominaria. Dominaria was actually the first set of Magic I ever played. That is what got me into the game, so I have a lot of fond memories of it. And I like that Theros seems to be kind of calling back to Dominaria in a lot of ways. I don't know if you've been keeping up with the cards that have been announced for Theros so far. But they're bringing back Sagas, which are a special type of enchantment that was introduced in Dominaria. Those are coming back. And they are bringing back uncommon legendaries. I think there's probably other sets that have had uncommon legendaries, but they were everywhere in Dominaria. Like, legendary creatures were a big focus of the set. And it seems like that might be the case now. That 2-mana legendary I had last game was uncommon. We'll see if there ends up being more of them. So we're shocking this in. So we have 6 mana opens, so we can no escape whatever he does. This has protection from black, so or hexproof from black. So it turns out we can't play that. So shocking that in was a misplay. But no big deal. He can't block flyers. Can't block flyers, can he? Oh my god. We might actually single-handedly lose to this knight. It's a race at this point, boys. We might straight up just entirely lose to this. Because it's protection from blue and black. So we can't even chump block it if we want to. Protection prevents that. And none of our black spells can kill it, so... he only needs 3 attacks to kill me. Maybe even less, because the sword... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Quit it. The sword will deal 2 to me. Oh, God. He's going to hit it, and then he's going to kill my Eidolon. That sucks, dude. He's going to kill my Eidolon with the sword damage, probably. I wish I could kill this. Oh, no. It didn't occur to me how out of hand this was getting. All right. Hey, but we ping him for 1. That lowers his clock. If only we had 7 mana this turn, then we could just, you know, do all that. Maybe he'll point it at my face. Nope, he's pointing it at the Sailor, or at the Order of Midnight, which makes sense. That's where most of my damage is coming from. Hopefully he'll play something big that I can no escape and scry, hopefully into something good. Maybe a blocker? No, I actually can't have any blockers against this unless I have like an artifact creature. Sacking the Mind Stone. Come on, big boy, what you got? I really love this sleeve. I love this sleeve, and these new portraits I think are maybe like the best portraits in the game. So I'm looking forward to those coming out. What's he got? Nothing? All right, nothing. Guess we're not playing anything. Go ahead and activate this. Don't forget to do that. Draw my free card, and it's a land. Okay. Well, we do have the Whisper Agent. Lets us scry one. I think we'll probably play it on his turn. For now, swinging in with both, I think makes sense, because they can't block anyway, so what does it matter? Maybe he has like a flash blocker, then we can counterspell it. Looks like he does not. We could win here. We could win. Because he might attack in, kill this. We play Whisper Agent at the end of turn. Hero's Downfall, his other blocker. Oh, good lord. I mean, what is he going to even give it protection from? It's already got protection from everything relevant. It's fine. Okay, as long as he can't kill me this turn, we might win here. Whisper Agent having flash is extremely relevant. Benelish Marshal. I think no escape makes sense. Right? Yeah, no escape has to be better here. He could have the white Planeswalker in hand, which would also be... Whoa! Oh, but I can't... This is so good. If this didn't have protection from blue, this would be incredible. But I might just keep this because, you know, this could get us through a blocker, you know? So I'm going to keep that on top. Like, if he plays 2 creatures or something... I'll play Whisper Agent end of turn, and then I could kill or remove his 2 blockers, and that would get me lethal. So that is the plan. Oh yeah, I forgot about this too. This factors into the math a little bit. But still, I think getting Whisper Agent through is going to be how we win this game. It's probably going to ping one of my creatures, which is completely fine. So we're kind of hoping to dodge removal here. If he can remove the agent, we lose. If he can't, we win. Got any other tricks up your sleeve, buddy? Let's see. He does have removal. Oh, sad. Well, now we have to surveil this away, right? We need to find some way of winning here. Swords to Plowshares, another super powerful card from Magic's history. Put this in pretty much any commander deck that runs white. So I don't think there's any way we're winning this, but let's just see what we can get here. Somehow we'll get like a 1-mana answer. Let's just see what the deck's got. Well, we're making a lot more mana than I would have expected, but turns out it doesn't really matter. We are not actually dead because we are going to gain 1 here. We're not literally dead. And hey, Eldest Reborn gets around protection. Have you guys thought of that? Eldest Reborn gets around protection. So once again, we have a path to victory here. Don't count me out just yet. We can Hero's Downfall. If he plays another creature, we Hero's Downfall it. Oh god, Soul Ring. Another commander card, man. This is... Wow, and they made an animation for it. Okay, so... No more creatures. Okay. Boys, can we actually win this? So we have to Hero's Downfall this. And hope he doesn't have a way of preventing this. If he does, we just die. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. How many answers can you possibly have? How many answers can you possibly have? Okay. 1 down. Pray, boys. Pray. Pray. No whammies. No whammies. Come on now. Okay, he had to sack it. He had to sack it. We can do this. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Gain life. See if I... Oh, okay, that's less fine. That's less fine. Okay. Maybe it's not fine. I thought things were more fine than they were. Okay, what... Quench. I don't think Quench is gonna do it, boys. Don't think it's gonna do it. Man, if we could just do one more damage, and then the Ravens would kill him. One more. God's willing. Okay, I mean, I guess he didn't want to... He didn't want to have to discard it. Makes sense. Get the scry while you can. Oh, man. Okay, we lose. But that was an exciting game. That was really close. Dude, one damage away. Go ahead and rewind the video. Find a turn where I misplayed and missed 1 damage. And point out how I could have won, because I'm sure it's possible. Although the life gain might mess with that. I'm no longer 1 damage away. Perhaps scrying that gain control card was a mistake, but I wouldn't be able to cast it on this anyway, because it would have protection from blue from the sword. So I don't think it matters. Okay, so I think we're gonna try the white deck again. Just because I think it's kind of more fun playing the underdog deck, and it has a faster queue time. And we're going to try to get a match where we get like Black Lotus or something crazy, okay? We're going to go for the gusto. We're going to try to exploit some of the power 9 here. Let's see if we can pull that off. All right, boys, we're in here. Turn 1 Soul Ring. Turn 1 Soul Ring. I have to, right? So we play Soul Ring. Turn 2 Leonin. Oh, be still my heart. Opponent goes first, which sucks. That means that there's a non-zero chance that we'll just get quenched out of our war leader. That would really suck, but it's too good. It's too good. This is insane. Turn 1 Soul Ring. God, Soul Ring is like one of the best cards. It's the single best card in Commander. It's in every Commander deck. All right, he's got the blue up. A little bit scary. Hold on. Let me math this out. Is there any advantage to playing the bodyguard this turn? And then next turn we could play Soul Ring, like Summary Judgment. No, there's no advantage. Okay. Sometimes the best is if you can play the Soul Ring and like tap it and play something off it that turn. But we're not going to be able to do that with anything super impactful here. Nice! A tapped land! No counters for you, sir. Get in there, war leader! Oh my god, we're going off right now. Now we just have to draw Elspeth and the dream is real. Oh my god, so war leader's pretty strong. When it attacks, it creates 2 1/1 cats that are tapped and attacking, so... They don't deal with this, and we have Crusade, so those are going to be 2/2 kitties. So how much mana are we looking at here? 5? No! He had it. He had the answer. Okay, well, party's over a little bit here. I think we'll just do this, and the Soul Ring taps for nothing. The Soul Ring has not done much this game, but Knightly Valor on the Dauntless Bodyguard is definitely not nothing. Alright, he's got 4 up. He could have that sick counter that is new to this set. But maybe he'll play something and then we don't have to worry about that. Dude, he got shut down so bad. Okay, fine. Just kill all my stuff. I didn't need it anyway. It's fine. Who needs creatures? Turns out we can't play this enchantment if there's no creatures to enchant. Okay, fine. Read the Bones. Another cool card from Magic's history. Another card that sees a lot of play in Commander. Fine, draw all your gas. Oh my god, we're really gonna lose. We're really gonna lose with my turn 2 Leonin. This is shameful, boys. We're up to 6 mana. Can't play anything. Absolutely no gas. This is depressing. All right. What you got? It'd be nice if he has like a useless quench in his hand. Oh. Full cost Circle of Loyalty, then it gets countered. But he might have no escape, which cannot counter artifacts. But he might have quench, in which case I instant concede. Okay, he did not have it. He did not have it. That's good, because now that's an outlet for our Soul Ring mana. Fine, fine, play the Trickster. So we got to think about what we're going to use Summary Judgment on. I mean, I'm probably going to have to just save it for a bomb, right? Like, I can't afford to use one of my only 2 cards on these little weenies. Seeker's Squire. How is this guy filling up his board with creatures? And I'm playing white weenies over here. Sad stuff. Come on, bro. He really is. Oh my god. He's rushing me down so bad. We have to do this, right? Any point in doing it now? We have 7 mana. This costs 4, so we would have 3 left. No reason to do it now. We'll keep it up in case he forgets, and maybe we can get a block. So this will make a 3/3. Worth noting, so he can't attack with anything other than Order of Midnight here. Oh, he's doing it. Maybe it's a misplay, but maybe he has an answer. Let's see. Oh, it's a 4/4 because of Crusade. I forgot. How quickly we forget. So we're going to make this block, and then the nice thing is if he has some kind of combat trick, we'll just Summary Judgment. Looks like he doesn't. He's just going for the damage. Can't really blame him. This might be the strongest that Circle of Loyalty has ever been. People consider this card a pretty big letdown. Compared to the other legendary artifacts, it's pretty weak. Well, that's bad. I mean, it's not really, actually. We'll just make another one next turn. Who cares? I mean, I would rather have a night now than a night later, but that's a good card. That's a good card. So we have 8. This costs 4, so I can freely play this. If only I had one more, then I could tap this and still have Summary Judgment open, but maybe I should just play this now. Is that better than Circle of Loyalty? No, probably not. We just get more value. We get more value by activating this every turn. We just have to not die. That's kind of the secret to winning this. We have to not die, boys. You control enchanted creature, huh? That's not ideal. Not ideal. Remember that time that we got rid of that card from our hand? Less than ideal. Well, now I'm glad I didn't enchant it. That's for sure. He is trading away his board for that damage, huh? I guess we'll do this. Like, every point kind of matters at this point. Even though that gives him a treasure, which I didn't really want to do. Every point matters. Unfortunately, Summary Judgment can only attack, or can only damage tapped creatures. This is not yet tapped. So we can't kill that. Boys, boys, boys. How are we going to survive this? We'll probably have to do Knightly Valor on this, because Venerable Knight's good, too. So we have to leave Summary Judgment open to kill his flyer. So we have 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that makes the most sense. Plus, the nice thing is, this has Vigilance. But I can't attack with... Well, no, I can't attack with it. He would double block and then just kill me. So play this. And I'll say go ahead. Right? I can't attack with this? Maybe I can. He would have a 2-4, 3-3, 2-3. Kill that. He would get in for 4. It's risky, but I think it makes sense because he's not going to make this trade, right? Because that, well, yeah, because then he loses +1/+1 on everything. I don't think he would dare. I don't think he would dare double block me here. If he does, that's actually good for me. Yeah, see? Free 6 damage. Now I'm the aggro deck. Okay, let's just make sure to not die. That's fine. Don't care about that. Wow, drawing now. I guess he wants to get a land. Yep. I think we have to kill this now. Spare ourselves the 3 damage. Oh, hey, it's a Mox. We could hold it to bluff. I think I might do that. Because we don't need the mana. So, this is lethal. He would have to block at least 1. The question is, am I leaving myself open to dying if I do that? I don't think so, really, because this has vigilance, and I'm going to create another blocker, so I think I would be safe. 2 timeouts, so I can take some time to think about this. So, okay, worst case scenario is probably he lets this through. He chumps this with the 2/2. He lets this through. He's at 4. And then he has 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 coming back at me. I have the 6/6 still. And I have a 4/4. So I think attacking with everything makes the most sense. If he has some kind of removal, I just lose anyway, so... Oh, this is vigilant too. I forgot about that. Yeah, I think this attack makes sense. He's doing his own math here. I'm going to go ahead and turn on full control to bluff that I have an instant. Because basically the way this game works is if you can play something... Maybe I don't have to do that because I have Circle and Soul Ring. But the way the game works is if you have an instant or something, if you have something to play in your hand, the game pauses to ask if you want to play it. I don't have an instant in my hand, but if the game pauses, he'll think I do, which might affect his decisions. So he's letting 8 through. But yeah, I think there's no reason for me to go full control because this will pause it anyway. Okay, that's great news. Great news. All right, let's not die. Oh, he's playing something. That's kind of scary. Is he gonna like buff this? Oh no, he's drawing a card. That's good. That's good. Drastically limits his remaining options a little bit here. He could scry with this using the treasure. All right, he's gonna attack with the flyer presumably. Or not. Maybe realizing he needs all 3 blockers. Well, he actually needs 4 blockers because I'm going to create another thing. So he either needs to kill me or come up with another blocker somehow. I'm feeling pretty good about our chances here. Take your time, bro. Take your time. I took my time on some of these earlier turns, and I think it paid off. Talking myself into those vigilant attacks is probably going to end up winning me the game. Massacre Girl does nothing, because nothing dies to this first volley here. But it does prevent him from dying. Which is the bad news. And that's more bad news. Do I attack with my vigilant things? He can eat them with Massacre Girl is the bad thing. What happens if I attack with everything? Massacre Girl eats this. Chumps the 6/6. Yeah, he has to block with everything. That would leave him with only Massacre Girl left. And then I would create a knight, so I would have 2 blockers for Massacre Girl. So I think attacking with everything makes sense. And he's completely tapped out, so... So he gets to eat something here, but we get to clear his board, essentially. We get to eat things, too, because he has... these 2 things are getting eaten no matter what, because he does have to block everything. So we're going to remove his blockers, and we're only going to lose 1 blocker. Or 2 if he... Well, yeah, we're... Yeah, he's in bad shape. He needs to draw something. Okay. Wait. Why did he do that? Oh, actually, what happens is Massacre Girl gets 4 damage counters on her. And then when Benelish Marshal dies, she has 4 health. So she'll have 4 health and 4 damage, and she just dies. So actually, I didn't think about that right. There was no way for him to have Massacre Girl survive there. Oh my god. This guy's... He's drawing gas. I mean, it's not a... He loses, but... He loses, but... It feels bad that he had such a good card. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we won that. Well, theoretically, we've won. Don't want to count my chickens. He could have Ancestral Recall into Black Lotus. Nope, we got him. Oh, that was a stressful game, boys. That was a very stressful game. So it's a little bit sad that we didn't get to see either of these exciting new Planeswalkers in action, but they are only one-ofs in the deck, so they are pretty rare. I think that Elspeth is pretty underrated by people right now. I think this card could end up being really strong. I'm excited to play around with it when the full set comes back. Ashiok is definitely like a flashy card. Like, you know, plussing and creating 2/3s and exiling cards off their library. His -3 ability is really good. He's a very flashy card. Maybe a good finisher in Dimir Control, but definitely a fun card. So anyway, guys, if you have Magic Arena installed, give this event a try. It's only around for 2 more days. Or maybe 1 more day at the time of uploading. I can't guarantee when this video is going to go up, but check it out if you haven't. You can get some nice little packs that you can use. Can't open them yet, but when the set comes out, you can. Let's crack our Eldraine pack here. Let's see if we can get a mythic or something. Come on. Hey, we did! Great Henge. That's a mythic. Not too shabby. Anyway, guys, let me know down below if you enjoyed the video. I would love to keep more Magic content coming for you guys. This is one of my favorite games right now, so let me know how you liked it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.